virtual conference of the year, the Maker Money Conference. 8 speakers, 6 panelists, 1 platform. This groundbreaking conference brings together industry titans, trailblazers and visionaries who have cracked the code to thriving in the new global economy. Featuring Fortune Mnamdi, Jacob Okoro, Emmanuel Akbe, Chidi Benjamin, Vivian Okeke, Valerie Okorie, Elsie Desmond and Lois Akwaeze. You will have the opportunity to connect with a global community of like-minded individuals, entrepreneurs and professionals who are as passionate about their growth as you are. Date 27th to 29 July 2023. Venue YouTube. Don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity. The future is waiting. Join us now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So we are live for the second session, and Sir, we'll be having Sir Louis Akwaeze as we are live for the second session, and we'll be having Sir Louis Akwaeze as a guest. And before I welcome him, let's get to know him.
Meet Louis Akwaeze. Louis Akwaeze is a Nigerian publisher, book marketing expert, business consultant, brand strategist, and a public speaker. Louis is passionate about helping aspiring young people find their footing in life. He is the author of more than 6 books, both fiction and non-fiction. His book, Write and Write, a manual for fiction writers, has helped more than 1,000 writers become better at their craft. Guillotine, his personal development book for teenagers, which was forwarded by Sir Elisha Maman, has helped more than 5,000 youngsters find your voice in a noisy world. Louis Akwaeze is also a writing coach and an ebook creation expert. He has trained more than 1,000 people indirectly and directly in the art of creating stories and realizing their lifelong dream of becoming published authors. He is the co-founder of Ifebigo Publishing Company Limited, a tech-driven self-publishing company that helps writers achieve their writing dreams and shine on the global stage. Apart from being the co-founder of Ifebigo Publishing Company, Louis is also the company's marketing lead. He and his team work with authors and help them to create a book marketing plan they can use to run an effective book marketing campaign. They also provide strategies on branding, audience building, book promotion, and book marketing. Louis Akwaeze is a personal development enthusiast and is passionate about helping people become better versions of themselves. He believes that man can do anything he sets his mind on. The greatest limitation of man is man himself. Louis loves reading, writing, and travel. Meet Louis Akwaeze.
Okay, so without further ado, let's welcome Sir Louis Akwaeze. So, welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Hello, Mr. Emmanuel. Good evening. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir, I can. So
great to be here. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, you have the stage from now till 7:50. Yes.
All right.
So
thank you. Thank you.
Continue, sir.
Thank you. All right. Good day, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on where you are seeing this broadcast from. If you're following us live, good day to you. You're seeing this as a replay, good day to you. It's a pleasure to be here to share from the little knowledge I have. It's always fun teaching. I love teaching. Mr. Emmanuel Udoka, my host, Mr. Chidi Benjamin, the convener. I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here to pass across knowledge, the little knowledge we have. And tonight's topic, what I'll be discussing on, is something I'm deeply passionate about. And beyond being passionate about it, is something I've heavily invested into learning and building on. which is wealth. Okay, I tell people I love discussing about money because when you operate on that frequency, you get to attract more of it. When you share ideas about wealth, share ideas about money, all of a sudden you start picking ideas that aligns to that train of thoughts. We will get to all of that when we talk about the law of vibration. The law of vibration is what leads to the law of attraction. We are going to talk about all of that. So without wasting further of your time, I know you guys are fired up. I am fired up for you guys also. And believe you me, you will want to stick to this particular session. And of course, all the sessions in this conference is fire filled. Shady Benjamin, thank you. I'm grateful to be here. So tonight, what will I be talking on? What am I talking about? Gaining clarity, building and scaling to grow wealth. Gaining clarity, building and scaling to grow wealth. Please, if you don't have your pen and your jotters, get them ready because you're going to be taking down a lot of points. I don't want you to miss any of them. Okay? And I'll also answer your questions if time permits us. So I'm speaking on gaining clarity, building and scaling to grow wealth. Okay? So let's start with clarity. You know, a lot of people are out there telling you that, oh, clarity is this, clarity is this, clarity is this, clarity is this. But let me tell you what I believe clarity is. My own personal definition, not some hocus pocus. Clarity simply means knowing exactly what you want. Emphasis on exactly. Knowing exactly what you want. Knowing the exact costs. To know what you want without knowing the cost, you are still not clear. Knowing exactly what you want, knowing the exact cost of what you want, and knowing how to go about it. How do I pay that cost? Okay, let me take it again. Clarity in the most simple definition simply means knowing exactly, emphasis on that, what you want. Okay, what you want in life, of course. Knowing exactly what it will cost you. If anyone tells you, just do this to get this, don't take that. Nothing is ever free, not even a free meal. Okay, and then knowing exactly how to go about it. So there are three levels of this knowledge. There are three levels to this, to getting clarity. You must be specific to the dots. You must be specific to the dots. That is when you start visualizing it. You have to be clear. Oh, I want to build my brand on social media. This is my vision. Okay, is it clear? It's not. I want to build my brand on social media. Is not. You are not clear on that. Okay, you have to be specific. What kind of brand do I want to build? I'm building a business brand. I'm building a personal brand. Now you come to business brand. There are different layers to it. What is your niche? You come to personal brand. There are different layers to it. What is your niche? I'm building a personal brand on finance. Now, I'm building a personal brand on finance. On what particular social media platform? You have to be specific to the dots, especially when it comes to money. You have to be clear. You have to be clear. When it comes to anything about money, people in third world African countries, they have this limited belief, limited mindset. Okay, they are not specific, they are not clear. Anything goes. Okay, anything just goes. And because you lack clarity, you're going to stumble. You don't know what you are pursuing because you don't even know what it is. You don't know when you get what you're pursuing because from the onset, you don't even know what it is. Okay? You need to be specific. What do I want? You need to be specific. What is the cost? And then you also need to be very specific. How do I pay? You're going to pay for it. Everything is available to you. Guys, take this down. Everything you ever want in this life is available to you at a cost. Everything you ever want in this life is available to you at a cost. Once you can exchange the cost for that, you own it. You can go to a dealership, an automobile dealership right now and get a brand new car if you can pay for it. Right now, you can go to an automobile dealership and get a brand new car. So far you can pay the cost, it is yours for the taking. So everything, stop looking for things, which takes me to my next point, building and scaling to grow wealth. Wealth is not a destination, wealth is a journey. Wealth is not a destination, wealth is a journey. Wealth is not measured in the amount in your pocket or in your account. Wealth is measured in your capacity to attract, your capacity to generate, your capacity. Have you built capacity? Have you grown to that level where if you want this specific amount, you can generate it? It comes to you. I listen to a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of messages, and recently I've been consuming a lot of content from Apostle Joshua Selman. There's an old content he put out that he said, stop pursuing money. Money is not missing. I want to reiterate that point. Money has never gone missing in this life. There's money. It sounds funny, but this is a fact. There's money everywhere. What you should be pursuing is growth, because growth attracts every other thing. Growth attracts every. Now, I'll give you a very clear example Apostle Selman used. Now, look at the top preachers in Nigeria. For instance, look at E.A. Adeboye. Look at E.A. Adeboye. Can you picture a scenario where E.A. Adeboye comes to ask you for 1,000 naira? It sounds crazy, it sounds funny. It is impossible. Some things are impossible. Very unlikely to happen. The chances of that happening is 1 in a trillion or 1 in a zillion. Very unlikely. Because he has since outgrown that level. He doesn't play in that category. Okay? It is very unlikely. The level he is, he attracts things to himself. Even if he pushes it away, it keeps coming. It keeps coming. When you grow to a level, everything in that level is yours for the taking. When you grow to a level, everything in that level is yours for the taking. Now I'm going to talk about how do you build and scale so that you can grow to different levels in life, so that you can grow to attract wealth to yourself, so that you can grow and stop pursuing money. Let money start pursuing you. It's all about value. How do you grow? Number one, growth happens in an environment. Growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens in an environment. And unfortunately, what we grew to learn is just about the physical environment. Nobody taught us about mental environment. Nobody talked to us about digital environment. But I come bearing good news. There are 3 levels of environment that growth happens on. The first is mental environment. Mental environment. What dominating thoughts do you spend time thinking about? Napoleon Hill wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich. People in third world countries call him out and say, how can you make that kind of a statement? How will you say think and grow rich? How will you say that? Because we don't build mental capacity. Your mental environment, everything happens up here. It happens up here. Before it manifests, it must have happened here. Before this pen became a product, somebody thought about it, somebody created it. As little as this pen seems, there was a time it was a novel innovation. It was an outstanding innovation. People were using quill and ink. You dip your quill in the ink, you write. The introduction of pen was a breakthrough achievement in the writing industry. It was big. It looks so small right now because you met it. You met it. You didn't suffer the inconvenience people suffered before pen. As little as pen is, it starts here. And the companies that created this, I know one big. They are still in business. They are counting millions. Low ticket product, but they're still raking in the money because pen will always be in demand. Can never go out of demand, no matter how digitalized we become. Okay? Mental environment. What do you spend your time thinking about? If you spend your time thinking about negative things, spend your time thinking about bad things, spend your time complaining, nagging, your head will be messed up. You can't be creative. And if you can't be creative, you can't grow. Even if they take you to the White House and you don't scale your thinking, you'll still be down. Okay? So it starts from the mental environment. What kind of content do you consume? What do you feed? How do you nurture your mind? It's all about how you think. As a man thinketh, so he is. James Allen wrote that book. Third world countries will drag him. How can you say that? How can you say that? But these are factual statements. These are not just they didn't just come up with that. It has been proven to be a fact. Your thoughts drive your action. Your action becomes your habit. Your habit turns into your lifestyle. So your whole entity as you are right now starts from your thoughts. The current outcome of your life is based on the current thinking pattern you've been following. You want to scale your life? Start from here, your mental environment. Now, after the mental environment, we have the physical environment. Okay, physical environment is where you dwell. Where do you live? What is the influences you are getting from where you live? You want to grow? Sometimes growth might demand that you pull out from a certain environment physically to another environment physically. In the Bible, Abraham was called out of his father's house. Abraham, leave your father's house. It was a direct instruction before he could achieve his potential, before he could become something of himself, make something of himself. You will agree with me that some environment can be so limiting, it will tie you down. No matter the level of effort you put in, it seems you are not doing nothing. You want to experience growth? You have to think. Is this what influences am I getting from this environment? You see people traveling, you think it's because they just want to travel. They want to experience growth at another level, so they need that kind of environment that will push their growth. I don't have anything with anybody traveling to experience life at a better environment, because it is paramount to do that. It is paramount to do that, except you are comfortable with your level. That is fine. But growth will cost you, and physical environment is part of it. So at times it might demand, it might require that you make a move. You might be taking in all the kind of, feeding your mind good content, you are reading, you are doing everything, but your physical environment, there is no form of support. Zero form of support. You are always drained physically. You come out, there's no electric supply. Say, NEPA don't take light, NEPA don't take light, because of where you are staying. You come out, the sound of generator noise is disturbing you, it's not allowing you to think. You come out, one woman is grinding in front of your compound. Your head, you'll be overwhelmed with tiredness. You have to make a move. And last but not the least, digital environment. We live in the digital economy right now, and believe me, if you are not well positioned in the digital environment, you are missing out. You are missing out on massive growth you should be acquiring. What is digital environment? Our digital presence. This is a virtual meeting, a virtual conference. Yet you are over there seated wherever, in whatever part of the world you're seated, listening to me loud and clear. This is a digital connection, right? If this environment, if this platform is not here, giving us this opportunity, can we host this virtually? We live in an era where you can sit from your room and address 5 million people. You can make a post and go viral. You can make a 2-minute video, a short form content, and go viral and have access. Right now, the world is on your palms, on your smartphone, on your laptop. How are you positioning yourself online? Online. Our generation spends so much time online. You need to tap into that audience base. Recently, Mark Zuckerberg made a post saying that Facebook has crossed 3 billion active monthly users. 3 billion. Think about that number, it will overwhelm you. That is almost half of the world. Almost half of the world interact with Facebook on a monthly basis. How are you positioned? Some of you go online, you don't, the kind of content you consume online, you consume TikTok twerking videos, you consume prank videos, you consume skits. and laugh, and that is it. That is, I'm not saying anything is bad with that, but that is the only thing you consume. You don't stress yourself. You can't spend 1 hour on YouTube to consume a content that will impact you. You can't spend 1 hour on this live session and follow and listen to speakers with proven track record and results. You can't. You come online, you don't create content, and when you consume content, you consume weed, consume trash. How do you want to grow in that kind of environment? As you are building your mental capacity, nurturing your mindset, you should be looking at your physical environment, and most importantly now, your digital environment. How are you optimizing your social media presence? You want to make money in this economy? You have to optimize. How do people see me? Guys, let me tell you the truth. This might not sound so good, but I still have to say I owe it to you. Perception is the new reality. How you are perceived is how people will address you. If you are perceived as a millionaire, people will accord you respect as a millionaire. If you are perceived as a pauper, people will accord you respect at that level. And how do you boost your perception? Social media, I'm not saying fake it till you make it. I'm saying put yourself out there if you can. Optimize it. Don't let anybody tag you and 99 others sleeping. I mean, who said two? Me and 99 others. Optimize. So how do you build? You want to scale for wealth? Because this environment takes me to the next point I want to talk about, the law of vibration. This environment boosts the vibration frequency you operate on. The law of vibration states that at any level you are emitting energy. You are emitting energy. You are putting out value. People are drawn to you. Stuffs are drawn to you. But you cannot attract something higher than that level. You are going to operate within that level. Okay? If at a current level, people are paying you 100,000 naira per gig for your program, people are paying you for your offer 100,000 naira. It will cost you more to outgrow that level, go to another level where people can now pay you 1 million. It is different. You cannot expect a client to pay you $1 million when you are not at that level yet. The person does not feel it. If you are someone charging 1 million, you don't need to tell me. I will see you. I will know. Your energy will come out of you. You are going to vibe. You are going to be on that frequency where anybody that talks to you knows, I can't pay this guy 100K. Oh. This guy is $1 million. I've been called for events and people they just know the cost. I don't need to say it out. But I didn't just jump there. I could remember when I was charging 3,000 naira. And it seemed so big. And I was comfortable with it because that was the level I was. I could remember when I charged 50,000 naira. It was like, man, this is 50K. At that level, people don't bargain you anymore. You are putting out the energy, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you act, your content online, everything you do is putting out that energy. You are vibrating on that frequency. So anyone coming into you, coming to do any business with you, coming to seek value from you, even the value you put out is vibrating within that frequency. So you attract everything on that level. Automatically you attract everything on that level. And look at the funny thing, you are not just attracting the positivity of that level, also the negative things. You want to be an influencer, be ready for dragging. You want to build social media following in millions, you want people to follow you, know you. Be ready for drag. It comes with it. It comes with it. Be ready for it. It comes with it. That is the level you are playing on. So it comes with it. Everything on that level will come to you. The good, the bad, the ugly. The law of vibration determines the law of attraction. You cannot attract something you are not playing in the level. You have to be playing on that level. You have to be on that level to attract it. If you're not on that level, you can't hold it because you don't yet have the capacity to carry it. How can you come with a cup to fetch and you want to fetch 10 liters? There's no capacity. You want to charge ₦1,000,000? Can you deliver that job if you are given that job for ₦1,000,000? You don't have the capacity. So you have to build, you have to grow. When you grow, the jobs will come. It will come. You won't force it. People will beg you to take their money. You won't force it. People won't bargain. They will tell you, thank you, sir, and pay you with gratitude and appreciation. They will appreciate you for paying you. I'm so grateful, sir. Just grow. Everything you are looking for is looking for you, but not this version of you. Grow to that level, it will come to you. And it doesn't magically happen, it comes with time. So we've talked about the law of vibration, how it affects the law of attraction. And let me talk about the actual making money aspect, because I know this is an aspect most of you have been waiting to hear. How do you make money? How do you invest? How do you build wealth? Okay. You look at the rich men, what they always discuss is the wealthy people. They don't discuss income. They don't discuss salary. What they discuss is net worth, net worth, net worth. Oh, this so and so net worth just increased by so and so billion. Middle class and poor people, what they discuss is, oh, they just increased my salary by 50,000. It seems so big. They added 50,000 to your salary. Oh, they just added 2,000 to my salary. It seems so big. They added money to you. You are so happy. How does wealth work? It's first of all a mindset thing. You have to build capacity to carry wealth. What is wealth? Wealth simply means an abundance of resources that you cannot exhaust, even if you try to. Wealth is not money. Money is part of it. Abundance of resources and capacity that you cannot exhaust, cannot completely drain, even if you want to. Do you think, okay, there's been news going around now that Mbappe has been offered a certain amount and people are calculating the breakdown per day, per second, per minute. At that level, you can see, coming back to the law of vibration, that is the level he is. Is he the only player at that age? No. A lot of players are at that same age, in their mid-20s. But everybody knows their level. Everybody knows their level based on development, based on performance, based on capacity. Now, you see what is attracting? Did he go for it? No, these things are coming to him. Can he deliver at that level? Yes, he can. Okay? So at that level, these things comes to you. It all starts from the mind. Some of you here, if you make your first 1 million, you will squander it down to 100,000 before your body will calm down. You cannot deceive nature. You will squander it before your body will calm down. You now remember, that 1 million has finished though. Some of you, your current capacity is 100,000 naira. Your mind cannot carry it. If someone sends $1 million to you, you can't sleep. It's capacity first. Stop looking for wealth. Just grow, it will come. I said wealth is a complete abundance of resources at your disposal that you cannot exhaust. Look at that kind of offer they are making in Mbappe. Even if you eat 1 million daily, you will still not finish eating it. What are you doing with the money? You make massive investments, your passive revenues dominate even your active expenses. Put it this way, you are making 100,000 naira daily. Meanwhile, your active expenses is barely 10,000 daily. And you are making 100,000 passively, not from your direct effort, but from your investments. Bro, what are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? There are some people that can never be poor anymore. Whether the devil likes it or not, they can never be poor anymore. They can't go down anymore. They have grown beyond poverty. There's a level of growth you hit. Poverty will excuse you and your family and your lineage. Poverty will say, thank you, it's been well doing business. Now let me go. It will excuse you and your family. Mediocrity will leave you alone. When I see people fly private, I don't have anything against them. It is the correct level they operate on. It's the correct, they fly private jets. I see people fly charter, they just get to say, okay, this airline, I want to take this airline, give me a jet. I want to fly alone. Some people even own the jets, and then some people fly first class, some people fly business class, then majority fly economy. And then it comes down to the masses at the lowest level to take road transport. And somebody will tell you, I don't like flying. Somebody will open his mouth and say, no, I don't like flying. No. I don't really like it. Who told you you don't? You are not at that level. If you are at that level, it will be normal for you. It will be you can easily afford it. It will not be an expenses. It's just like you going to buy pen. Do you think too much before you buy a pen? You don't, because you can comfortably and conveniently afford it. So you are booking your flight, you are not thinking about it. It's the level you are playing on. Somebody will open his mouth and say, I don't like flying. Are you going to drive vehicle to the Western world, to first world countries? Are you going to drive your car to America? You like flying, you just can't afford it yet. Nobody hates luxury. Forget that thing your mind is telling you, oh, let me go and buy clothes from Mama Nkeshi's shop. Let me not go to the... Who told you? If you can afford it conveniently and comfortably, you will be comfortable at that level. Nothing can push you down. Okay? So going back, where are the three places? Let me quickly talk about investment. How do you earn money? Money is simply an output of value. Money is simply an output of value. You put value in, you get value out now in form of money. Okay? Value in, cash out. Value in, cash out. Value in, cash out. How did Bill Gates become a billionaire? Created Microsoft. Microsoft, each and all of us, we are using it. If you have ever used a Windows device, you patronize Bill Gates. If you have ever used a Windows device, you patronize Bill Gates. Facebook, if you have ever logged in Facebook, you patronize Mark Zuckerberg. How do you make money? You package value and you use the law of effection. The law of effection. Effection, E-F-F-E-C-T-I-O-N. E-F-F-E-C-T-I-O-N. Effection. How many people does your value directly and indirectly impact? How many people does your value impact directly or indirectly? If you can replicate your value at scale and put it out for the masses, you will get return in scale. Dangote sells salt. Do you know millions of people that use salt daily? Even if it is 10 naira, Dangote will make money because his value, his product, his service is directly impacting you. You are a consumer of Dangote's value, whether you like it or not. You are living in a house built with cement. That cement most likely is Dangote cement. Most likely is Dangote cement. Dangote has eaten your money. If you've paid rent in a house built with Dangote cement, Dangote has eaten your money. If you've ever used Dangote salt, he has eaten your money. If you've ever used Dangote sugar, how many people is your value impacting? The law of effection, directly or indirectly. You publish a book and 1,000 people buy it. That means that book has affected 1,000 lives. Are you not going to make money? Anything you sell a million units of, you've already made $1 million, even if you sell it at the lowest value. You see an author, Dan Brown, sell 1 million copies of his book. He automatically is a millionaire. There's no two words about it. His value has affected a lot of lives, directly or indirectly. Indirectly, in these cases, you might be, let me say, you're a manager to an artist. The artist is the one performing on the stage, entertaining the audience. You've heard of Burna Boy selling out arenas. You've heard of Wizkid selling out arenas. The artist is performing, okay, entertaining the audience. Are you forgetting that someone is managing that artist? Every team member in that artist is part of that money you guys paid to go see that event. Every team member. So you can see talent managers like football managers. You see a football manager, the manager of Mbappe. Any deal he closes, he gets his own cut. So you see him making millions of euros. You say, but what do you do? I manage footballers. His value is indirectly impacting the football the footballing world. Mbappe is the one playing the football, but someone manages him. So that money comes to Mbappe, not just to Mbappe, to the whole crew, the whole management team of Mbappe will get something, and it is in tangible form. So the law of infection states you are paid in direct or indirect proportion of the value you put out in the marketplace. Are you putting out value, brother? You wake up in the morning, you are too relaxed to sell. You are not selling. Are you putting out value? Your business, what are you doing with it? Let me not take much of your time. So that is the way to earn. You sell value. You sell value. People will pay you if what you do affects their life. Even if I don't like it, whether I like it or not, I have to eat. And because the woman selling food is affecting my life directly, I have to pay her to eat. If she doesn't have that food, I have to look for where I will pay someone to eat. Even if it's not a cooked meal, I have to go to the market, buy those things and cook it. I have to pay them. Even if the economy crumbles, I still have to pay because I have to eat. That's how you make money. You have to sell, and it will be direct importation of value, physical or digital, any form it comes in. If you can scale that, you're going to make a whole lot of money. How do you scale that? Create it in forms that can be easily scaled, digital forms. Digital content can easily generate more revenue because you can scale without increasing costs, without increasing effort. I can write a book once, sell it for the rest of my life. What is the cost I put in? That first time I sat down to write it, that first time I sat down to edit it and do the whole work. But for the rest of my life, I can take revenue from that book till I die. Impacting lives, I will be getting paid without doing any other thing again. The only thing I'm doing, pushing money into advertising to create more visibility and earning. Okay, I've talked about how do you sell. Now let's go to how do you invest. I won't take much time here because I can see my time is almost up. How do you invest? People always ask me, Louis, how do you invest? Louis, how do you invest? The greatest company you can invest is in you.com. 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 You've not invested in yourself. You're looking for where to buy land. Can you manage the property if you buy it? Can you do anything with it? You've not invested in yourself. Build capacity first. 3 places you should invest in yourself. First is the mindset. Second is your skill set. If anything happens to you today, your skill, can it still generate that kind of revenue? You wake up tomorrow, your bank is having an issue, your account is wiped, and you need cash. You need money to run something before they sort it out. You are stranded, you are begging already. Your skill, you've not improved it. Since last year, you've been charging 5K for graphic design. You are still charging 5K. It's been 3 years now, you are still charging 5K. You've not improved. If you grow to a point, people will be scared to pay you 5K. They'll beg you to pay you 50K. They'll beg you, please, let me pay. Please manage my brand. Tell me your price. I'll be paying monthly. You say, man, pay me 300,000 naira monthly. Pay me $1,000 monthly. They'll bargain, and the final price will still be tangible. Most designers are still there. They don't have any retainer clients. They are doing gig. You start per gig. You have grown beyond that. You should grow. You've not invested anything in your skills since you learned graphic design in 2020. That is the level you are still at. You've not paid to advance. You've not done anything, and you're asking to buy land. If anything happens, how do you generate more? You've not grown. So mindset, consume content that will boost your mind. Buy books, pay for courses. Not just pay for courses, consume those courses. Go through it. Pay for mentorship, pay for access. Boost your thinking capacity. If you can think better ideas, you can generate better, higher sums. Your mind is the greatest tool, is the greatest machinery in the world ever invented. And now God invented it. The mind is capable of anything. Bro, have you thought about how people built planes, built cruise ships, built mega yachts, built skyscrapers? Everything is first conceived in the mind. This mind will not tap into it. You've never bought you've never paid for mentorship You are looking to buy land. I don't have any issue with you. Before you start investing in assets here and there, invest in yourself. You are number one asset to yourself. You can lose everything, but you can never lose yourself. You.com is the greatest company to invest in. 3 aspects of you.com: mindset, skill sets, and your tool sets. You've been doing videos since 2020, you've not bought a new phone. Say, no, I don't want to change phone. This one is serving me. Who told you? The one that moved on from where you are stuck. You don't want to buy ring lights. The brightness you are seeing on my face is not magic. It's not magic. It is tools, different light frames. And that is why I can be able to deliver at this level. You've not bought anything for yourself since then. You've not changed your phone. You've not upgraded your tools. You are complacent, you are comfortable at that level of mediocrity, and you think you are being conservative. You are hurting yourself, hurting your brand. You.com is the best place to invest. So any money you make, bring out some money from there, put it back into yourself. Whatever brought that money can bring more. Whatever brought that money can bring more. If you scale that thing, if your barrier is your thinking pattern, 10 million sounds so big to you because you're not in a circle where they discuss 100 million. Push yourself into that circle. All of a sudden, 10 million becomes normal. And you start generating the kind of ideas that will attract that, because once you're at that level, everything in that frequency will be coming to you. Everything in that frequency. Your energy is vibrating at that frequency. Everything comes to you. You easily attract it. You are not disturbed. People are crying about the economy. You are at the level where you cannot even understand what they are saying. You know, yes, this is the current price of this. I was at an event where John Obidi was in Abuja recently on Saturday, I think last week. He was saying, if not of the recent hype of fuel and all of that, that was actually the first time he is knowing the fuel price in this country. He's not bothered about it. He's not trying to brag or anything. And I perfectly understood where he was coming from. It's not at that level where you say, oh, and everybody, the masses are complaining, crying. But complaining and crying, will it solve what you're going through? No. You should be thinking and strategizing and building and creating and selling. You should be on your toes, pushing yourself. You are the greatest asset in your brand. You. It's not the land you bought. It's not that car you just bought. That car can go tomorrow. Can you buy a new one again? That house can collapse tomorrow. Can you rebuild it? You are the greatest asset. So invest so much in yourself. Don't hold back. When people tell you they are paying for growth, paying for conferences, paying for that conference I went for was a paid conference. I had to be there. I had to stretch my mind. I had to connect with those speakers. When last have you spent time? When last have you spent money on yourself to grow? When last have you spent time on yourself to grow? The current version of you is the 2020 version, whereas we are in 2023. You need to push yourself. So where do you invest? You.com. This is my recommendation for every young person starting out. If you've generated revenue to a point, we cannot talk about assets, buying landed properties, buying gold, and investing in companies, buying stocks and all of that. But for now that you are still at this level trying to scale yourself, I strongly advise you invest in yourself. Sit down and figure out, how do I move from here to here? Visualize it in your head. What exactly do I need? Do I want? How exactly can I get it? What exactly is the cost? Every man you see that have gone to a level has paid a price. Believe me, you don't want to know. It doesn't come magically. It's not a miracle. It takes a lot of work behind the scene for you to see people today say this person has built influence, this person has built so much visibility. You don't know the hours and thousands of hours they have invested. I hope we are together. I hope I'm making some bit of sense. My time is very limited, so I wouldn't want to take your time too much. And I would also like us to, people that are having issues with managing finances, money management is so vital. No matter the amount you earn, if you're not good with managing finance, you will always be broke and poor. If you are not good in managing finance, you will always be broke and poor. So let me quickly run through this. My time is up. Let me quickly run through this. Create a budgeting template. Structure your finance. Structure your money in percentages. This certain percentage goes to this aspect of my life. This certain percentage goes to this. Don't just earn and spend. Please, I beg you. Don't earn and spend, earn and spend. Don't be in that vicious circle of always hoping for the next meal, hoping for the next money, hoping for the next payment. And that payment comes, you spend it on paying bills. You pay bills, pay bills, pay bills. That money finishes, you start hoping again. Create a structured budgeting system that can serve you. I have one I use myself called the 5S budgeting template. Okay, let me not take much of our time. I have a small resource I put together titled "Where the Hell Did My Money Go?" Where the Hell Did My Money Go is a book I wrote out of pain of all the mistakes I have been making in my financial life, coming from an average Nigerian family where our knowledge about money is highly limited and you get to figure out a lot of things on your own. So, bro, coming into the online space and building capacity to a point, I figured out most of these things, and I put together a small resource, a small book titled "Where the Hell Did My Money Go?" This book will teach you how to structure your finance, teach you how to track your finance, teach you how to manage your finance, teach you how to start on that journey of building wealth. Okay, just go to seller.co, type Louis Akwaeze. Where the hell did my money go? You can even type it on Google. Where the hell did my money go by Louis Akwaeze? You will see the homepage where you can read about the book and make a purchase. Okay, I think it's barely $6-7 or thereabout. I put it at the flat rate so that everybody can easily afford it. Okay, so I highly recommend it as a start. As a start, books you can read. You can start from there and you advance. You get Morgan Housel, Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. It's going to structure your mind. I talked about investing in your mind. You need books like this to put you in the right mind frame to be able to play at that level where you attract, not pursue. You attract. Once you're at that level, these things will come. It will come. You can't even run away from it. It will pursue you. It will come. Okay, Morgan Housel, Psychology of Money, MJ DeMarco, The Millionaire Fast Lane. These are books that will transform your thinking. But for a start, trying to figure out where to start from, you can start from Where the Hell Did My Money Go? Is a digital copy, so you get it and you start from there. Once you're done with that, you have one-on-one direct access to me, where I'll get you on a direct phone call, consult for you for an hour. Anyone coming from this conference has access to me for an hour if you get the book. You have access to me for an hour where we'll discuss about anything you want us to discuss, majorly on finance and personal finance and wealth creation. Okay. I hope I've been able to add a little bit of value to your life. I don't know, but if this has made sense to you, I greatly appreciate you give me a follow across social media. I usually drop short form content on TikTok where I talk about wealth. It's free. You're not paying me. Just learn for yourself. My name is Louis Akwaeze across all social media. You can check me out on Facebook. You can as well check me out on Instagram and also on Twitter. So grateful for the opportunity. Mr. Emmanuel, thank you for hosting me. Mr. CD, thank you for the invite. I'm grateful and I will take your questions now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the enlightenment. Thank you for teaching us on how to build, getting clarity and building and scaling to grow wealth. You really shared useful life tips on how to go through this. Thank you very much, sir.
You're
So,
welcome.
for those that are yet to connect with him, he is Louis Akwaeze on all social media platforms. So, sir, please, we would like you to send your link to Sachidi Benjamin on WhatsApp so that
Okay.
you can be able to share with the participants in the group so that they can connect
Okay.
with you on
Okay.
WhatsApp and other platforms. Thank you very much, sir.
I will do that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you. Do
sir.
have a great evening.
So, thank you, sir, for coming along.
Yeah. Bye bye for now. Take care.
So, guys, the next session will be coming out in a few minutes, and we'll be having Sir Fortune Nandi. He'll be coming live to teach us on how to dominate the social media to skyrocket your income, and you wouldn't like to miss out on this because he's a sales based at this and he's gonna teach us life strategies on how to go through this. So please, I'd like you to stay around. In a few minutes we'll be going live again. Thank you so much. See you then.